Hi, friends and yogis. Jenny Wise here from Wise Mind Soul Warrior. And I just wanted to get on here for a moment because I want to just take a second to touch base with all of you. So, we have about a week left in our Foundations of Yoga Psychology course, doors being open. And the reason I wanted to touch base is because I want to share with you the value of what this course is going to bring. So basically, it is if I am sitting with you one on one and I am going over the same methods and the same handouts and the same processes that I have done with hundreds of yoga psychology coaching clients. So I have been doing these methods now going on 6 years. And I am basically handing that over to you. So, whether you are a student and you want to learn more about yoga psychology and you want to start practicing more about yoga psychology, whether you're a mom and you want to get into generational healing, whether you are a wellness coach and you want to start bringing in yoga psychology into your practice, we have a lot of students that are into integrative health and holistic health, and they want to start bringing the mental health and the psychology aspect into their practice. You could be a corporate professional who's wanting to learn more about emotional and stress resilient skills and having what we call a sadhana self care practice. And you could be an entrepreneur or a business owner. So, in a nutshell, this is going to be basically like me sitting down with you and as if I was working one on one, as I've had in the past. And I'm handing you over these handouts that I have done with one on one clients. And what's most important is that you're going to reconnect to your authentic self. We're going to take you through a journey of the five koshas. And basically, through sadhana practices, through breath work and meditation and mantras and affirmations and setting a sankalpa and intention for each practice. And in addition to that, we'll take you through in all levels, including beginners. We teach more of a slow flow, mindful movement to yin. And so this is really open to all levels, whether you are a beginner meditator, whether you are on your meditation or yoga journey. So that's important for me to bring that up. And in addition to that, we are going to be doing what we call family of origin generational healing work. So this will be looking at the root cause. It could be potentially trauma that you've experienced as a child. It could be trauma that you experience later as an adult. It's really looking at the trauma also from generations in your family of origin and identifying where are the core wounds that need to be healed so that I can step into releasing and letting go of the samskara patterns or behavior patterns or thought, emotion, behavior patterns that are no longer serving me. And so we're actually going to be identifying, again, the root cause of maybe your perfectionism or your self-sabotage or your loud inner critic voice, your people pleasing, your good girl syndrome, your busy syndrome, your stressaholic, workaholic, overachiever. There are many, many patterns and what we call samskara patterns that you go to as a coping mechanism, right? It's basically what we call a short-term coping mechanism, both emotionally and for stress that you are using to distract yourself so that you don't actually have to feel the feelings, right? You have to feel to heal. And so basically, these are distractions and behavior patterns to keep you from actually doing the deep work, what we're calling shadow and soul work, right? So you're going to be doing soul work on this course. So again, this is so important in the world right now. I've been talking about this and I'll continue to talk about this for over 6 years, the importance of this work, of doing the inner work and showing up for yourself so that you can better show up for your family, for your students, for your business, for every person that you come in contact with. You're going to show up differently because at the center of the koshas is the Atman, which is the soul. This is why we're calling this soul work. And at the center of the soul, we are actually also doing heart healing work where we're releasing, again, the emotions and the samskara patterns and the grievances and the hurts that are no longer serving us. And as we release those things, then we can step into the highest version of ourselves. We can step into leadership. We can step into being the best mom, being the best business owner, being the best yoga teacher, whatever you're being called to do right now in February of 2022. This work will help you step into your purpose and step into your dharma. But before you can do that, you have to be able to release the things that are not serving you. And that's what we call the heal, detox, transform method and process in Wise Mind Yoga Psychology. And it starts, again, with the self awareness that you're ready for a change. And once you're self aware that you're ready for a change, then that's the first step in the transformation and healing process so that you can start to identify the things that aren't serving you anymore. So, in a nutshell, that is a lot of what we cover. And then in addition to that, we're going to take you on a self-discovery process where you're going to start really looking at how you love yourself and start to love yourself unconditionally. And we have journaling exercises and specific exercises to take you through so that you can continue to learn to know yourself more deeply. And so that way you're also able to love yourself unconditionally. And as you learn to love yourself unconditionally, you again are going to spread that out to other people and you'll be able to judge people less and you will be able to love people more unconditionally and you will have more compassion for everybody else around you. And so again, this is the starting point. We're going deeper into your healing journey is this Foundations of Yoga Psychology. So again, I'm taking what I've done with hundreds of one-on-one students and I'm handing it over to you, whether you are a student, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a coach, because this work needs to be done in the world right now. Okay. So if you are a yoga teacher, you would be eligible for up to 50 CEUs. So this is continuing education. If you are looking to step into our yoga teacher training, this could potentially be a stepping stone for you, right? So it certainly doesn't have to be. If you choose to step into Wise Mind Soul Warrior, the hours and the investment that you make would then be transferred over into the full program. And if you already have a 300 and you're looking to explore yoga psychology and you're looking to add this as another toolbox into what you can offer your students, then again, these can be continuing education credits for you. If you are a student and you're looking to go deeper into a personal development journey and to really, again, learning to know and love yourself and to, again, let go of the samskara patterns that aren't serving you, then I invite you into this course. So our doors are going to be open through next Wednesday, through February the 23rd. As of right now, this is the foundations that we have scheduled for the rest of the year. So if you are feeling called and if you feel ready to step into this healing journey, then again, we invite you to join us. The other piece, last thing I want to mention is a big part of this journey for me has been as a mom. And there's many things that I could talk about for hours, but one of the most important kind of pivotal moments for me in my healing journey was when I identified how much my family of origin and the trauma that had been passed down over 4 generations, including physical and emotional and verbal abuse, affected me and in my relationships and me as a mom and how I interacted with my daughter and how I showed up in relationships and many ways that our trauma shows up everywhere on a daily basis, right? That we are getting triggered of things that we don't even always understand why we're even being emotionally triggered. So I invite you, part of this course is also understanding the root cause of why we are being triggered so that we can identify it and we can heal it and we can transform it, right? But we have to start with stepping back and looking at, again, our family of origin and our experiences that has led us to this point of what it is that we have to release and what it is that we have to heal. And that is, again, teaching ourselves through witness mind of just observing, not giving power to the thoughts or emotions, not giving power to our story, right? The more we give power to our story and the more we emotionally charge it, the less that we can heal from it and move on from it and show up as the highest version of ourselves, right? And show up to live our purpose, because heaven knows that we need as many women and humans showing up right now in their purpose and showing up as the highest version of themselves and living their purpose, whatever God's assignment for them is at this moment in time, that they can show up in their purpose and their assignment. So what are you being called to do right now? If you are feeling called, if you are feeling called to be ready for a change and you are tired of whatever it is that you need to release, then again, we invite you for this to be a stepping stone for you. The last piece I want to say is that through my healing journey, again, when I did this work that I did, and I traveled for 2 years to Los Angeles, that was part of my journey. And learning these skills around yoga psychology and yoga therapy and somatic mind body yoga therapy and emotional rinsing and all the things that was part of my journey is that this family of origin work, and again, identifying what I needed to heal and that there were core wounds that I wasn't even aware of, right? So many times we are responding from the unconscious or the subconscious mind, right? So in the subconscious mind, we have the story that's running all day long, right? 95% of our thoughts are on repeat, 60 to 80,000 thoughts in a day. And whatever we're telling ourselves based on our trauma wounds is going to continue to repeat over and over again. So if it's I'm not enough, if it's I need to prove my love, if it's I need to get validation through overachieving, whether it's through relationships, whatever it is, right? That this is going in the subconscious mind all day long. If we're telling ourselves that we are not good enough and we don't deserve love or we don't deserve whatever the thing is, or we tell ourselves our limiting beliefs around I'm not good enough, or who do you think you are, or this isn't, you're not doing enough, right? So whatever that story is for you, again, we invite you to start to identify what those limiting beliefs and stories are so that you can transform it and change it. And I am a witness and my testimony to say that about every single samskara pattern that you can have to distract yourself from actually feeling the feelings, I did about every single one of them. Okay. And I'm here to tell you that you can heal and transform those patterns as well. Even if it's something you've done your entire life, you can still change it, but you have to be self-aware of it first to be able to identify it and change it and transform it. That's what we call alchemy in yoga psychology, is this alchemization of moving your lead, right? The things that you need to release into gold. And that our wounds are our wisdom, our karma is our dharma, our mess is our message, and our pain is our purpose. And so every single one of us has gone through this journey for a reason, right? For a time such as this, right? So I'm a firm believer that God is always equipping you, right? He's always preparing you for whatever the next thing is in your assignment for him, in your purpose, and your dharma. So I invite you to step up, right? To arise, to step into this highest version of what you're being called to do, of what your assignment is at this point in time. So I'm sending you all so much love, light, and blessing. I am sharing this from a place of deep intention of really wanting other people to heal and to have the same level of freedom and lessening of suffering, and to not have to take as long as it did me going on 10 years on this healing journey. so that you can do it in a shorter amount of time. So I'm basically handing you all everything that I've learned. And I will continue to do that as I share things in business, as I share things around what I'm learning with different things I continue to study. I will continue to share that. Right. And so, again, it's coming from a place of deep love and deep compassion and deep empathy and deep caring that I want you all to be able to have this sense of freedom and this sense of release. And I can't wait to continue to teach all of this in the foundations. And I can't wait to continue with what we're going to do in 2022, which will be a whole series around sacred soul flows and prayer and meditation. And there's going to be a whole nother level that we will start to cover within Wise Mind Soul Warrior. And you will learn more as we move through this year. But right now, again, we invite you into the Foundations of Yoga Psychology. I will give you the link in the comments after I get off of here. And we're offering all kinds of bonuses, extra things to support you. And yeah, it speaks for itself, the amount of value that you're getting. So again, I'm sending you so much love, light, and blessing. Namaste. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and we will see you on the inside.